Good evening, Kutztown. I'm Diana Minogue. Coming up in tonight's newscast, we have a new president and a new doctorate program.
And I'm Jeff DePalma with an update on all things sports. We also have Viviana Vidal with your Hollywood Minute.
And I'm Rachel Cook with your Kutztown weather forecast. Newsbreak begins now.
Well, it's official. Kutztown has a new president. Dr. Kenneth S. Hawkinson was named Kutztown's 12th president last Tuesday at 4 p.m. unanimously by the Board of Governors of Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. Dr. Hawkinson was formerly president of the Western Illinois University, and he will assume his presidential duties here on July 1st. We will have more on this story from Newsbreak's own Viviana Vidal.
On Tuesday, March 17th, the Pennsylvania System of Higher Education unanimously named Dr. Kenneth Hawkinson the 12th president of Kutztown University. At a press conference, Dr. Hawkinson made a statement thanking everyone and answered questions from various news sources.
Art program here, which is truly one of the finest programs in the country. That was a major attraction, the emphasis on the arts and especially the visual arts. And my background, if you may have seen my curriculum vitae, I have a strong background in folklore and oral tradition. And one of the things that caught my eye when I first looked at the profile of this institution was that German cultural folklore festival you have each summer, and I thought, wow, that's the kind of place I want to be. To learn everything I possibly can about this university and its students, its faculty, its history, and to learn about the community, because it's very, very important for a university to have a very strong relationship with the town and the region that they're a part of, and to try to pull together all the strengths and the energy that comes from those different entities to make the place a much better place for all involved.
Dr. Hawkinson was then introduced to the student body and staff by the KU Marching Band and Spirit Squad. Afterwards, Dr. Hawkinson and his wife were able to mingle with audience members who were hoping to get a better sense of who he is. Students then expressed their thoughts about the new president.
Basically, making our school a better and more welcoming place and giving us the best education that we can possibly receive.
I hope to see him at a lot more community and campus events. Having his presence, he is actually involved instead of just showing up here and there. I want to see more involvement.
Reporting live from the McFarland Student Union, I'm Viviana Vidal reporting for Newsbreak.
Kutztown's new president isn't the only high-profile visitor that we've had on campus this week. Yesterday, the Commission on the Status of Minorities hosted a day-long forum to discuss the Moynihan Report, written by Daniel Patrick Moynihan. It focused on the deep roots of black poverty in America. The event featured speakers from several universities in the area, as well as the Allentown Mayor, Ed Pawlowski. Co-sponsored by the Criminal Justice Department, the forum gave students a chance to talk about these important issues and how they've evolved over the past 50 years. We will have more on the story in the coming weeks. And now we're going to send it on over to Viviana for this week's Hollywood Minute.
Thanks, guys. It's time of year, again, where style reigns supreme. Music mogul and street-style trendsetter Pharrell Williams is the recipient of the 2015 CFDA Fashion Icon Award. The announcement comes as no surprise, seeing how Pharrell has made monumental strides in the fashion world. Back in the day, he polarized the Bape and Billionaire Boys Club gear. Now his collaboration with Adidas and Karl Lagerfeld's Chanel campaign have only elevated his fashion status. CFDA President Diane von Furstenberg said, "If cool was a person, it would be Pharrell. Not just for his looks and sense of style, but for his kindness and openness. I cannot imagine anyone not being seduced by him." Despite Rihanna shining bright like a diamond on the red carpet in that Adam Sandler halter-top gown, left nothing to the imagined last year. There is no doubt Pharrell will make us all lose our heads with another show-stopping garment. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Viviana. Jeff, if cool was a person, who would the person be for you?
Oh, I'm thinking right off the top of my head, I gotta say your boy, Leonardo DiCaprio, is just right up there.
Ooh, I would have to agree with that. We'll be right back after these messages.
Kutztown University, the place you chose to spend your college days. Friendships began, memories were made, and dreams achieved on graduation day. Time moves on. New faces come and go. But one thing remains. You can always come back home.
Diana, I really don't know how to break it to you, but rumor has it we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow.
But tomorrow is the first day of spring. That just doesn't seem to make sense. Rachel, can you clear this up for us, please?
You heard correctly. We're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of snow. Fortunately, being the first day of spring, you can head on out to get your free Ritas. Next week's forecast looks pretty promising. It's supposed to be a high of 50 degrees on Saturday with a low of 32 with some clouds in the way. But Sunday through Monday will be a high of 41 with sun showers all day long. On Tuesday and Wednesday, it's supposed to be sunny as well with some clouds, but at least that's something to look forward to. Thanks. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Rachel. I will definitely look forward to that sun. So we've already got our bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, but now you can also earn a Kutztown doctorate. The Department of Social Work has just approved the university's first doctoral program. Featuring online classes and a 3-year curriculum, the program looks to prepare professionals for leadership and education in the field of social work. This is one of only 2 doctorate of social work programs in the state of Pennsylvania, with the other one being offered at Millersville University. The administration hopes that the addition of this degree will enhance not only the existing social work programs, but also the university itself. If you're watching our newscast, you probably know something about the other ways Kutztown delivers its news. The Keystone newspaper and the radio station KUR have been growing in recent years. And here's your chance to show your support for them and have a good time doing it. The Keystone and KUR have teamed up to host a masquerade dance next Thursday from 6 to 9 in the sub. With food, games, and prizes for the best masks, it promises to be an exciting evening. Tickets are only $3 at the information desk in the sub. So Jeff, that sounds kind of cool, a masquerade. Do you think you might go?
Diana, they had me at food. I think I'm gonna be there. Well, when we come back, I'll have an update on women's softball, so stay tuned.
If you're anything like me,
If you're anything like me,
if you're anything like me, you have some interest in communications.
And electronic media is what it's all about.
Whether you're interested in radio, television, video cameras,
Lighting, directing, screenwriting.
or any type of editing at all, you know it's all some form of storytelling.
Kutztown University does a great job making us understand the importance in that.
Your first semester here, you're taking classes that are also workshops, and before you know it, you begin creating.
The courses here get equipment in our hands right away and give us a realistic feel to what a profession will be like.
You're shooting video, recording audio, and truly producing something of your own.
Our professors provide us with all the tools necessary to become a professional.
We have a fully equipped studio and a control room,
2 Mac labs, multiple editing suites,
P2 cameras, DSLRs,
Lighting and grip kits, and audio recording studios.
It motivates us to really learn by making the education a fun experience.
You work together with other students throughout the process and learn how to collaborate within a group, which is important.
The industry demands working with others.
In order to fulfill the major, the students have to complete an internship.
Normally our last semester before graduation, the staff helps you line up an internship that requires a minimum of 30 hours a week.
We're basically working a full-time job and in a realistic setting, working with professionals and learning the field firsthand.
It's a networking opportunity as much as a job opportunity.
Kutztown stands out a lot in that way. Not many other schools require such a thing, and it's a great experience.
The students carry and represent the school's name, and it's neat to become a part of such a good reputation.
That reputation influences our job search. Employers know our school and know what we are capable of.
So if you're thinking of where to spend your next 4 years of college and you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
And you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
And you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
And you're thinking you're a little bit like me,
think about how worthwhile of an experience you want.
think about the electronic media department at Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
Kutztown University.
welcome back to Newsbreak, guys. Here we go again as women's softball was in action last night. They took on Goldie Beacom in the doubleheader. In the first game, it was a deadlock with neither team getting any kind of offense going out there. Goldie Beacom couldn't keep these Golden Bears down, though, as Bridget Newman would break things open first in the 5th inning with a shot up the middle and 1 run scoring. Kutztown would go on to score 4 more runs in that inning and then tag on another 4 in the 6th to win the game 9-1. Dominique Ficar pitched a fantastic game, only allowing 4 hits and adding in 4 strikeouts. She now sits at 4-2 on the year, and with 38 wins overall, she will look for number 40 soon to move her up to the 8th in wins on Kutztown's all-time list. In the late game, it was more or less the same game. KU out-hit the Lightning 14-4 and brought home the 11-1 win. Asia Saito had a great outing as she went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Pitcher Savannah Neritz absolutely dominated in her 8th win of the season. In 6 innings, Neritz allowed 4 hits and 1 run with 6 strikeouts. She now sits at 8-0 on the year. KU is set to play Mansfield this Saturday in their home opener, but if the field remains unplayable, then it's subject to change. So stay tuned with KUBears.com for more to-the-minute information on its status. The women's lacrosse team found themselves in a thriller yesterday as they pushed Philadelphia University to their limits and into an overtime finish. Kutztown came out hot as they scored the first 6 goals of the game behind Savannah Gabrielle and Devin Davis, launching 2 goals each. The Rams came charging back, though, with 5 unanswered goals of their own. Coming out of halftime, the Rams scored first and soon took the lead. Teams would take turns trading blows until just under 10 minutes to play as Gabrielle scored 2 unassisted goals to give KU the lead. However, the Rams' Elizabeth Seitzinger tied the game with just under 3 minutes to go. In overtime, Philadelphia pretty much took control and scored 4 goals to put this one away. Goalkeeper Abby Cox played well as she recorded 11 saves by the end of this one. KU now prepares for a Saturday matchup against East Stroudsburg in their home opener at Andre Reed Stadium at 11 o'clock. Kutztown has announced that Janice Reagan has been named the interim head coach of the men's and women's tennis programs for the remainder of the spring season, effective immediately. Reagan acted as volunteer assistant coach for the KU tennis teams this season. She replaces Suresh Ramaturti, who is in his 16th season as the head coach of the KU men's and women's tennis teams. Reagan was one of the finest tennis players in Shippensburg history and was inducted into the Shippensburg University Hall of Fame in 2002. At the time of her graduation, she had the second highest total number of wins in team history with 82. She also held Shippensburg's record for most consecutive double wins with 17. A search for a new coach will begin immediately, but until then, Reagan will be looking to lead this team this year. That's all I have for you tonight, guys. Log on to KUBears.com and check back in Tuesday night to stay updated on everything Kutztown athletics.
That's all we have for you tonight, Kutztown. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Be sure to like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter to keep updated with the upcoming news from Kutztown University.
For Diana, Rachel, Viviana, and the rest of the crew, good night.